to soccer. Tomorrow on Sportsnet 1.
We're going to be flat out honest. It's nice to be home.
Yeah,
It's nice to be back in the friendly, intimate confines of our radio studio.
yeah.
Instead of abandoned down there on the floor for the first 4 hours, will you sit up here in the boardroom?
No, they put me in the attic with the Dead GM Society. You know, seriously. It was fun.
Like, how can you not enjoy 10 hours of sitting around with Neil Smith, Pat Quinn, and Brian Lawton? The stories that the four of you guys had.
No, it's great if you're drinking. If you can't drink, it's not that much fun. Seriously.
Don't worry, it balanced out after. Okay, the 10 hours without booze was balanced out by the 10 hours with booze.
Anyway, it was a really, you know what? It was a funny trade deadline. That's what trade deadlines become: depth moves.
But
teams,
there was more than just depth moves.
Yeah, there was a couple
later
of
in the
hockey
day.
trades. A couple of hockey trades. The Hudson Cassian was a hockey trade.
Schultz
was a hockey trade for Gilbert. Yeah, so a couple of good deals. And, yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the day. I really did. I love trade deadline day because you know what the teams are going through. You know, you have a feel for the players, although I didn't play, but I was in enough war rooms over the last 20-some years to have a feel for what was going on and how much you're desperately trying to improve your team. And, yeah, it was a fun day.
And that was the best part about the strategy room with Jeff Merrick, Doug Maclean, Brian Lawton.
Why did you
Pat
guys
Quinn.
call me? I see a message here. You guys called me, you and
Because
Elena.
we weren't sure you were going to be here.
Oh, okay.
And Neil Smith was the insight and the reflections on deals that you had made on deadline day, deals that you hadn't made.
Yeah.
Pat Quinn talking about people that he could talk to trades about, other GMs,
right.
And guys that unless he was sure that deal would happen, he couldn't approach that general manager because it would get out.
Right, exactly. No, exactly.
And there was a few knives, axes thrown around there. Like Merrick had to keep his head down because the amount of knives that were being tossed around the National Hockey League. Because you guys spent probably 30% of your time getting back at a few people.
Yeah, you have to do that.
Which is fine.
Yeah,
but 16 trades,
Yeah.
31 players, and 11 draft picks.
What would they have had last year? How many trades?
I think it was right around there.
Yeah, so that's good.
But the problem is we start so early.
Yeah.
And it establishes a sense of malaise that nothing's happening.
Right. A lot of GMs, next year, I was told by Pelly and Moore that they're going to have 16 GMs in our room because most of them didn't have to work yesterday. I'm scared that they may do away with general managers with that position. You know, you have to be careful. You got to do something so they don't just do away with the job, you know?
We will chat with a man that's gone through this for the first time as a general manager.
Yeah, your idol.
Kevin Cheveldayoff.
And they
from the
lost
Winnipeg
last
Jets.
night. How do they blow that? Hey, seriously. Kevin has a good day.
Yep.
Picks up a couple of picks for Oduya, a second and a third, was it?
Yes. Next year.
And then they lose last night. How bad is that? I don't think you should play on trade deadline day. I really don't. I think that it's not fair to the teams like they do without Oduya, and they don't have their new player there.
But Edmonton traded Tom Gilbert.
Yeah, did they win?
Edmonton beat Winnipeg.
Oh, that's who they beat. Okay. I looked at it, but just briefly.
Now do you know why we phoned you this morning?